Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, welcome. Now, I am getting a very specific energy coming through right away, and it does correspond a little bit with the cards. And the message is actually in the form of a clip, many different clips compiled from a movie, and the movie is Grease, the old John Travolta movie. And they're showing me many different clips throughout the movie around dancing, around love, around, exes, around the town, basically shutting down fun and it feeling prohibited. It can be about societal norms. It can be about, the new kid in town. Some of you, maybe you are a preacher's daughter. Maybe your name's Sandy or John. I forget his name in the show, but I do feel like there is an energy around maybe religion or Hierophant. No, I don't see that showing up quite yet. Oh, there it is. As we say, the Hierophant, it's showing up here in the recent past. So this does have to do with perhaps some sort of influence, whether it is family, whether it is society, telling you maybe how to live your life, or it could be expectations, control. We actually have control showing up. There's the Three of Cups. So there's the celebration and the dancing in the movie that is prohibited, right? That is taught you can't have fun because of past pain. That's why in the movie, the town had shut down, dancing and music and things of that nature because of an accident that had occurred. So for some of you, you may have felt like you shut yourself down from love, or it may have felt like a heavy burden was upon you. Okay, there may have been an incomplete cycle is what I'm picking up on, something that you wanted to get to the root of. I do see here as well, we have heart-to-heart conversation. So if there's someone on your mind, Six of Cups, this could be a soulmate. This could be a person that you've had a very strong connection with emotionally. Now, of course, these are love readings. It can be romantic love, but it can also be familial love, family, friends. Take it as it resonates, please. Okay, how would you like, Spirit? Okay, that is the hopes and fears. That makes sense along with your outcome. All right, bottom of the deck here, we have Gemini energy, the lovers, and we actually are stepping into Gemini season today when this video comes out. So bottom of the deck here, Taurus, you are wanting to embrace love in the highest form, but there's been a little bit of control. You have letting go of control issues. It says allow the situation to unfold naturally, but I almost get a little bit of controlling what you can and releasing or dropping some sort of expectations, but I also get standing up for what you believe in, or maybe that's where you've been, because you start off with the Nine of Wands, right? Nine of Wands is the energy of, being in the boxing cage and you're bruised and you're bloodied and you're down on the ground, but you still have one more round to go and you're fighting and you want to make it, right? And you're not giving up. You have that grit and that determination to keep on going. And I see that you are completing or getting ready to close out a cycle, but there's still some loose ends. It's like being in that boxing ring again, and you still have time on the clock. There's still a little bit of that time. And I feel like you're learning very valuable lessons here around matters of the heart, because some of you have been deceived by people that you love. And some of those people may have been trying to protect you, but the way that they showed you may have really distorted your image. So example, again, I'm going to go back to the movie Grease. Her father, the preacher, wanted to protect his daughter by, prohibiting and not having anyone, have fun because, his son, I believe it was his son, I haven't seen the movie in ages, had lost his life due to, prom night or partying and dancing and having fun. So in order to, not have that happen to his daughter, it was shut down. And so that felt probably to her like some form of betrayal, some sort of deception. Now, of course, some of you, this goes back to maybe your own parents watching someone deceive themselves. It could have been watching your own mother, deceive herself by taking care of, people, places, or things, or going out of her way, but yet she deceived her own dreams. She put them on the back burner because maybe she was a big giver and you thought that she was heartless and very kind and, a big nurturer, and that was okay to put your dreams on hold for everyone else. So in a form of, self-deception was created. And I feel like that's been something that you may have incorporated into your life as well. Now, yes, there could have been lying, maybe cheating. Someone may have been wearing a false mask. Someone may have been hiding behind religious or societal cultures. I'm getting like cult-like, okay? You may have been influenced by some sort of an upbringing that you may have been really affected by, right? And you may be breaking out of that, or part of your life lesson was to break out of it. Maybe this does have to do with toxic behavior. They're showing me the devil, even though I don't see the devil in your reading here. But the devil energy is addictions. It can be codependency, materialism, manipulation, obsessions. So I feel like you were affected in some way, shape, or form, and part of your life lessons is breaking out of that norm. And that's why you're showing up as the 9 of Wands. Now, there is heart-to-heart conversations coming in here, Taurus. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other if there is someone else in the mix. Or if there is not anyone at this time, this is about you having an honest conversation with yourself. Are you deceiving yourself in any way? Are you hanging on to a false sense of control or even a false sense of security based on societal or, norms, family beliefs, some sort of limitations that may have been ingrained from very early on. Now, I am getting chemistry here, and this is interesting because I feel like this ties in with your final outcome, which I'm excited to share with you. So you'll have to wait till the end, but it says there's a strong magnetic attraction. And we also have that 6 of Cups showing up in your environment. So for a lot of you, there is a past life connection that you are either calling in or you are tied to. And I do feel a lot of you are already tied to this connection. You may have had a difficult time with a person in your life, but it was all for your highest good. You may have even seen parts of yourself come out that, were unlike you. Perhaps it was your own shadows came out. It could have been your upbringing, right? With the religious factor, it doesn't have to be religion. It can be background, upbringing. Again, Hierophant is what I'm getting here. Maybe a lot of control, codependency, but the magnetic attraction between you and this person, or energetic attraction, it's like a pull or a magnet. Sometimes the magnets kind of repel, sometimes they come together. So bottom of the deck, there it is. There's the attraction once again. And it says you attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully, by being present, by stopping and smelling the roses, as you can see she's doing. You do have something coming in very soon that you've been maybe waiting for. I'm getting Sagittarian energy, Temperance energy. So this says divine timing is at work in your love life, and clearly decide what you want, right? Clearly decide if you want to close out this cycle, if you want to put an end to pain. I feel like you're celebrating coming out of, a situation that it's been the norm for so long, like in the show or the movie Grease. It's been a norm not to have fun. So everybody kind of hides it, or they have to sneak off and do it elsewhere, right? But really, they just want to all come together and be part of, something that's open and honest and ethical and, feels like there is a collaborating type of energy. Now, starting off with the 9 of Wands, This is the wounded warrior. It is having that final push, that final motivation, that persistence and discipline to not give up, right? Because you are at the final stages. It's like 10 seconds left on the clock, right? And you're giving it your all because this is it. It's do or die. It's break time, or it's about to break, but you're still feeling like you have to survive here. And I'm getting, because this Six of Wands is crossing your path, you will be successful without a doubt here. Six of Wands is the card of accomplishment. It is achievement. It's victory. However, on the path towards this achievement, this victory, this accomplishment, you felt overlooked. You felt like you failed. You felt shamed. You felt humiliated. You felt like you were not being seen or recognized or noticed. And I see this crossing your energy, but those are all feelings that you had based on going through some of the challenges that you've went through. And also it was a form of the thoughts, right? The thoughts taking over. And this has been such a common theme lately, is about the mind, right? Controlling the thoughts, or they control us. And I feel like this also could be part of some of you waking up to who you are, and you may even be ghosts. It almost looks like there's ghosts in the background. Some of you may have been ghosted by someone, or the past may have haunted you in some way, shape, or form. But I'm also getting here, you are being cheered on even though you can't see it. You have love, you have supporters. And the Six of Wands is saying, you are a victory. You've come out of a lot, and you're going to be rewarded for, you having some sort of final determination, because it could be easy to give up, right? When you're laying in that boxing ring and you've just been boom, what's it called? A knockout, technical. I'm not sure. But I feel like you are, you could have laid there. You could have laid there and you could have just let that clock tick down. But you're a fighter, Taurus. You're a survivor. And I feel like you're giving something your all, your last, because you know that you deserve love and you deserve happiness. And that's what's crossing you here. That's what's giving you that extra motivation to take something all the way and to do what you need to do for you. Now, in the foundation, you have the Queen of Cups. This is a nurturing energy. This is love. This is, you can see she has a blossoming belly. This could be pregnancy as well, but it's also about taking care of you. Now, the Queen of Cups is someone who gives great advice. She is extremely intuitive and compassionate and emotional, and she's a healer. She's empathetic. She really lives and leads out of that heart space and wants to help everyone grow and evolve and just love each other. So some of you, this is in your foundation, female or male, it does not matter. You just want to feel that love, like where's the love, right? And I feel like the Queen of Cups here is saying, you have to fill your own cup, but also you have to take what resonates with you and look at some of the beliefs that may have held you back. And that's why you have the Hierophant here, and find balance within that. Otherwise, if we don't, we become overly sensitive, overly emotional, and we let our feelings move us in directions that maybe we wouldn't normally take if we were thinking more rationally. How can we find that balance? And I feel with this Hierophant, you can see that there's a spiritual teacher, and this does represent, not just religion, but spirituality as well. This is divine guidance, divine energy, and it's Taurus. This is about your traditions, your beliefs, and a lot of you have veered off in a new direction to find more balance because you felt something was imbalanced. I am getting justice here. I mean, I don't see it showing up, but I do see that there's been some sort of karma. There's been some sort of maybe legal situation, a divorce, or act of unfairness, right? Even though I don't even see tons of negative cards here, only in your hopes and fears, but that may be why. Because we usually don't just have a fear just because, sometimes We can definitely be, hypochondriacs, or we can be in that energy of a lot of anxiety and fear base. But a lot of times it stems from something that we've gone through. And you are celebrating coming out of some heartache, some hardship, some pain, but you don't want it to happen again. You know what it feels like. The Three of Cups, though, is about family and community and abundance. It's a circle of kindred spirits. So for some of you, perhaps the deception may have even had to do with a third party, or it had to do with feeling left out. Sometimes this can be an overabundance as well of indulging in maybe substance or indulging in things. That may be why I was seeing the devil. And we can go to extremes because you see the moon here as well. But I'm not necessarily getting that coming in for you. I feel it's the positive, the flip side of the Three of Cups. So just coming together, right? And celebrating with those that you love, knowing you're supported. You see all the goldfish jumping at the bottom. So this is about happy times and prosperity, and the stars are aligning. And you are supported. You have love. Family. Yeah. Some of you may even be reuniting. I'm hearing reuniting with people who do support you, or calling in soul tribe. Okay. You're also celebrating coming to the end of this cycle. Okay. I mean, this could be an anniversary, or it could be perhaps you're finally going through with something that's been maybe put off a little bit here, but there's victory coming in. Now, some of you, there may have been some news, some gossip, some spying. I almost feel like this is someone immature in your energy. I mean, the pages can represent children. Some of you may have maybe adult children, or children could have been affected in some way, shape, or form. But when the Page of Swords shows up in reverse, he can be a little heathen, right? This is someone who, he stirs the pot. He gets right in there and takes his sword and stirs it up. And I feel like there may have been some sort of, again, gossip or news that came to you that may have even shocked you. You may have found out the truth about a situation here with this Page of Swords. Someone could have been spying or keeping tabs on you. Okay. Or you couldn't stop thinking about something that may have happened during childhood, or during a very vulnerable part of your life or stage of your life here, because I am getting vulnerability. Sometimes the Page of Swords is, feels like he's too big for his britches here. But I feel like this could also be young love. Some of you may have gotten married at a very young age. Doesn't mean that you're still married, but I feel like you've grown a lot. I feel like this is someone else's energy though. Okay, or just the energy of someone keeping tabs on you. And maybe it's someone that did deceive you in the past, or someone who hurt you. But how are you doing? You have the World showing up in reverse. There's still a little bit of feeling stuck, or feeling set back, feeling lack of closure. But this is coming to the end of a very, very important cycle. And whatever this news is, or whatever you find out, or it could be, that's what it could be. Someone else, you may be hearing about someone's reputation or what they've done, or, karma. Oh yeah, you may be hearing about someone's karma, and you may be thinking, I'm glad I'm closing out this cycle because I don't want to have anything to do with that. So you are coming to the end, and look at, she's throwing off her hat. She's sitting on the beach house. She has her picnic next to her. There's going to be victory here. I see that, but because it's still crossing your energy, because it hasn't happened yet, Spirit's saying, don't lose sight. You start off with the Nine of Wands. I mean, you are completing a cycle. You start off with that that 9, here's the World, but it may take you, deep diving in your recent past into some beliefs that you had around a situation, and radically accepting, releasing, or surrendering to them. So for example, there was a relationship here Maybe it's karmic in nature. Maybe it's definitely past life. And you are fully wrapping it up. And the story that you once told yourself was, I'm going to be with this person forever. Or they're the love of my life. Or this is my twin flame. Or I have to be with this person. I owe it to them. Or I can't leave this relationship due to kids, due to money, due to codependency, whatever it may be, right? You name it, whatever your story is. But it's time to tell yourself a new story, right? The story is that not of regret, not of sorrow, even though those things may have crossed your mind or it may have been emotions, but can you tell yourself, I'm grateful that I had this opportunity to grow and to evolve instead of finding fault in everything. And that's that power of the mind, right? I just made a post today around our thoughts, right? And it was around more of that lower vibrational thought process finds fault in everything, or victim mentality, or, keeps going back and replaying something, where that more supercharged thought process, which we have the power to choose either, right? Is more of, how is this an opportunity? How can I grow from this? How can I be grateful that I had this experience, but radically accept that it doesn't have to be my experience from here on out? I can tell myself a new story. And that's what you're choosing to do here, Taurus. Now, what's going on in your environment is looking back and maybe romanticizing the past, or this can be addressing some childhood wounds. But the Six of Cups is actually a very sweet, nostalgic energy of second chances. You may have even been yearning for the good old days, okay? And I feel like the good old days are, yes, they're the past, but we can focus, when we focus on the now, when we focus on what we can control, because we can't bring that energy back, but we can recreate it. We can focus on, kindness and being gentle with ourselves and others. We can focus on second chances. Some of you may want to connect with a past person here as well, completely up to you, because you may feel like the story is unfinished, and it may just be to have, a final conversation. For some of you, you want it to go further. For others of you, you want to have closure of some way, shape, or form. But your hopes and fears are being heartbroken, right? No one wants this, but it's inevitable. It's part of the human experience. And there has been some sort of painful truth or separation, third party, heartache. There has been betrayal. We see that showing up here, because it just doesn't come out of the blue. Like I said, it's something that we were conditioned, or we had lived through, or we had experienced. And the hope is to recover. The hope is that you don't have to head back into that energy, that you can heal, that you can forgive, that you can work through a situation here, or to have a new beginning. Yeah, that's what a lot of you want, is the new beginning. And here we see it manifesting. Your final outcome, Taurus, is the Knight of Wands and the Fool. This is the world, right? The world is what you are wanting, is completion, closure of an old cycle. How can you take a passionate leap of faith moving forward? And here you are. But there was still some loose ends to tie up. There was still maybe some fighting for what you truly wanted. And even if that's fighting for yourself, fighting for a relationship, fighting for, something to work, fighting to let go of control, letting go of something, whatever it may be. But the Knight of Wands is swooping in, and you're slaying some dragons here, and it hasn't been easy. You see the mountains in the background as well. So it does represent challenges, and it does represent that it's not going to be the easy path, but is it going to be worth it? Absolutely. The Fool energy is the spiritual true self. It's the soul self. It is us before we come into the world, right? And so there is a transmutation, well, maybe not transmutation, but a transference, that's the right word, transference of energy towards this new beginning, because you are healing and you're letting go of an old belief or an old story. And you are telling yourself, a new one. You are choosing to be in that higher vibration of your thoughts. You're choosing to control what you can, and that's how you respond. That's how you show up in your life. But I do see that there's chemistry here. There is chemistry. And some of you, if this is a brand new energy, because this can be taking a leap of faith and opening yourself up. Some of you, you are going right towards this Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Wands is coming right towards you. And you're saying, yes, I want this new beginning. I'm all in because my soul recognizes your soul. This is a risk. This is an adventure. This is spontaneity. This is a fresh start. But you're willing to cast aside everything, right? The Fool only has, the little bag that's on their, back, and they're willing to kind of risk it and move forward and say, I know I've been hurt. I know there's been, pain here. I know that I've gone through loss and there's been deception. But I'm letting all of that go because I don't want to carry this baggage with me, and we can do this. And I'm getting the message here, and this came up in another reading last week. It's like us against the world, us against the world. So you have the world here. And if there is someone that you've really struggled with and you do want to come together, it's us against the world, right? But at the same time, for those of you that are completing or ending a cycle, it's felt like you were against the world, right? But I feel like you could be attracting or manifesting or calling in someone that is your life partner. This is someone who wants to tackle life's problems with you. They want to show up for you. They want to support you. They want to be your rock. They want to be your world. And I feel like that may be something that is coming in, and it will be worth it because you have the worth waiting for showing up here, and we have very soon, and we also have attraction. And right behind it, I usually only go 3, but I can't help but tell you, new love. For those of you. And then, oh wow, one more, release your ex. So yeah, for those of you that are in a situation where you're still wrapping up an old story with someone from the past, but you want it to end, you are releasing so you can allow new love to enter. And for those of you who do want to connect with this, past love, because there's nostalgia, there is soul to soul recognition. You may want a new beginning with them. You may want to let the past, be the past, let go of regrets. But action speaks louder than words, and consistency speaks louder than action. So keep that in mind as you move forward. But also, we must stay in the present at all times instead of veering off to the past and bringing up stuff from the past, because that's going to keep you stuck in that loop. All right. And remember, we do have the Lover's energy showing up at the bottom of the deck, along with the Queen of Swords and the Hanged Man. Oh, wow. So you've been stuck, right? If you've been a little bit stuck in that Hanged Man position, Queen of Swords, some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Queen of Swords is coming in here, and she's all about the truth. To tell me the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and then I'll let you, I'll cut you down from this tree. And so I feel like a lot of you, there is some truth coming in, and that's why we see that Page of Swords, because I feel like there's some truth that maybe you weren't able to see, but you're going to be able to celebrate. There's a new beginning available here to you, Taurus. So let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Taurus, please? More peace. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? All right, card 23. This is about more peace entering your world, because for some of you, it has felt a little bit disheveled, or it has felt like you've been in a state of limbo or hanged man. This is freedom from attachment. That's that Devil energy that I was picking up on, attachment. And this is radical acceptance. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours, and it is yours to be savored. Beautiful. So that is what you are attracting or calling in. But because some of you are still in, still in the boxing cage, right? I think I'm butchering all of the words, the terminology for that. So I apologize for you boxers out there. But the peace card when we're still feeling like we're not in that place of peace, it says now is the time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. That's that Hierophant. It says, this too shall pass. And once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. Yes, it will. So I do feel for a lot of you, you are manifesting, what's that, an egg? Eggs to me are all about new beginnings. So you are manifesting this new opportunity, and it's been a long time coming for some of you, but it will be worth the wait. All right. Let's get a message here from your crystal spirits. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. And upon your exhale, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this could be a beautiful shiny crystal emanating a specific color or hue of green, blue, orange, yellow, or red. Your crystal could show up as a specific shape or size. Maybe it's emanating a frequency of love, healing, protection, or guidance. This could be a crystal that you're familiar with and even know the name of, or maybe you've never seen this crystal in your life. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal or crystals, you can have more than one, in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, Taurus, your crystal for the month of June is aquamarine. Now, aquamarine corresponds with the throat chakra as well. It is about clarity. This is about calm, discernment, awareness, and acceptance of one's truth. And we went on about truth in the beginning of your reading. So whether it is you having that heart-to-heart conversation with your higher self, maybe with someone else, getting honest with what you are willing to do, what you're willing to put in, and what you're worth, because you are worth so much more than sometimes you believe. The relationship message is this: slow down and look carefully, for there are details that need your time. This is the message of aquamarine spirit, which can help you to become crystal clear, both in communicating your needs and in understanding those of others. Old patterns may cause you to overlook new information, material that could give you important insights into your relationship and assist you in making the right choice. So there's the material, there's the Page of Swords that we may not be seeing exactly what we want to see due to the Hierophant, old patterns. And then we have the Gemini energy, which is choice, right? This is subconscious. This is what we truly want to do, is manifest a new opportunity, but we still feel a little stuck within ourselves. Trust what you notice. If you're feeling a sense of deja vu when it comes to your relationship, it's the universe calling you to learn the lesson of aquamarine. Be discerning and observant, and you will surely make decisions that are for the highest good of all. Now, when you meditate with aquamarine, or you wear it, wear jewelry, wear it with you. It can really help with communicating on a frequency of love. Okay, this stone does enable us to soften the edges of our words because sometimes we don't realize. And if we have this Queen of Swords, for those of you that have any Libran placements in your chart, or if you just are taking on some characteristics of the Queen of Swords, sometimes she can be a little rough around the edges, right? Sometimes she can be a little blunt with her words, a little sharp, a little opinionated, a little bit judgy, right? And I feel like for those of you that have struggled with communicating with others, this stone can help soften those edges, teaching us to express ourselves from the heart rather than strictly what we know, right? Strictly from that higher space as well. This brings a loving vibration to our speech and interestingly allows us to be truly heard. And remember, that's the challenge. Like we said in the background there, you're not really feeling heard. You're not feeling seen. It's like you're repeating yourself over and over and someone is not listening. You want to end a cycle. You're trying to express yourself. You feel like you're in that boxing ring and you are tired. You're wore down. You just want to move forward, but it's like you're hitting a brick wall. It could be due to maybe some form of how we communicate. It could be due to not feeling safe to express ourselves. This brings a loving vibration to our speech and allows us to truly be heard as the vibration is felt by those we are speaking to. So if that is your story, working with aquamarine can help you lovingly express yourself and be heard. So that ties into that Six of Wands beautifully. All right, last but not least, I'm doing something new that I've never done. I've had this jar. It's called Success and Inspiration. I don't even know where I got it. I feel like it's been sitting on my altar for a very long time. I've only opened it once. So I am pulling messages here for each sign. What do we have for Taurus? I'm getting down in there. There's one I really want here for you. Okay, Taurus, the message is, wow. Okay, 9 of Wands energy. If you feel like quitting, remember why you started. If you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Taurus, yeah, don't quit. You are on the cusp of a beautiful new beginning. There's still some things that you are wrapping up, right? Don't quit right before it gets good. Don't quit on love. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on yourself or give up on whatever it is that you truly want to manifest in your life. Remember your why. You're worthy. You're lovable. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I'm loving your reading. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.